Welcome back to more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I'm Negative Zero. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing alright. Let's see. I brought in Hanhar as opposed to Atten. I feel like we might...
It is different.
I feel like we might need him.
Time. Forgive me, but I need to rest. Go on. The council awaits. I will remain here.
You're afraid.
Yes. Afraid for you. As I always have been. I will be fine here. Whatever answers the council have are for you. Alone.
Is there anything wrong?
I am tired. The journey has been a long one, and I need to center myself. Know that much may happen here, but above all, do not forget this. You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives, and what threatens one of us threatens us both. And if you find you cannot trust me, trust in your training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point.
We have felt your arrival through the Force, though it is difficult here on Dantooine.
We know what you have done for Rook, and we know you have come for us.
So we don't even have the chance to talk to them, unfortunately, because I think the way it works is if you kill even one of the Jedi, you have to fight them. There's no, like, taking the light path or what you might call redemption. There's just no way to do that. The game is not prepared for that. So we do have to fight these guys, unfortunately. It would have been really cool if you could have at least argued the point or tried to let them see your side, but you can't. So we have to figure out how we're going to deal with this. This is probably, you know, we might be able to get a couple of light side points. I brought Hanhar in. I guess I failed to realize that it would just be me. So we're going to have... I've already put my lightsaber form on. I'm thinking... Well, I don't know. We're going to see... We're going to see. Let's just end this. So I doubt my force powers are going to work very well. What are my options? Lightning. Lightning's going to work. Let's do one. And we're going to need a shield pretty bad. You know what? Maybe we do the shield first. Shield first. Now lightning. Oh, yeah. That's with the save. Look at this. I'm so powerful. Okay. Now, let's go hand to hand. That little heal isn't going to do it, buddy. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that power.
And so here lies all that remain of the Jedi. It is a powerful thing you have achieved here. You have brought death again to Dantooine.
It was a pretty quick battle.
Your actions have crippled the Order, perhaps destroyed them.
Are there other Jedi left in the galaxy?
No. Perhaps it is difficult to say. For every Jedi slain, for every Sith slain, another rises. But the Order is wounded, yes.
Why have you brought me here?
Because there is something we must discuss. I have done what I can to keep you from the Jedi and the Sith, but a critical moment approaches, and what you have done is not enough. Master Vrook, despite his faults, was right to come here. I had thought he might have recognized Dantooine for what it was, what had been done there. You are tied to places such as these, you know.
Vrook said that Dantooine was a dead world, that all the deaths there were screams felt in the Force. Oh, I like this line. As much as all life is connected?
Yes, you have listened well in our journeys. Not all the Jedi Masters could see such connections as deeply as they should. Master Vrook was unwilling to admit that the echo of Dantooine he felt was inside you as well. They admitted it as much in the council chamber after your trial, though they did not understand what it meant at first. They assumed it was a threat that they felt. From one perspective, they were correct. As much as you can form connections to others, such connections exist on a galactic scale as well. It is possible to hurt or sever those connections, to create places in the Force where it is difficult to center oneself, but that is the crudest form of manipulation. It is possible to affect those connections in other ways, by the slightest action. A seemingly minor choice, a small cruelty. The stronger your connection to life, to the Force, the stronger these echoes can be made, and the stronger they are felt. When heard, Force sensitives instinctively seek out the source, are drawn to it to try and form a connection. And when the connection is formed, both become stronger, and the influence between them grows.
Is this what has been happening with my companions?
Your companions, many are touched by the Force on some level, and in many ways they serve out of compulsion and because your connection influences them strongly. It was much like it was for you in the Mandalorian Wars, with many Jedi under your command. But this connection has other consequences. When the source is wounded, the one on which others draw strength, then they are wounded as well. What one feels, the other feels. And when others die, the scream travels back to the source.
So what I'm thinking here, and this goes back to Krea's ultimate plan, is what I'm trying to figure out. It seems like she's building us up just to destroy us at the end, because we all know what happens at the end of this game. She's building us up to create as many connections as possible, and then if we go down, then a lot of other, of course, all these other people, she doesn't really care about them, but she's talking about on a galactic scale. I mean, not just killing us would destroy the galaxy, but, you know, we represent this whole Echo and the Force thing. It's kind of interesting. I want to learn more about this. So she says what one feels, the other feels, and when others die, they scream, travels back to the source. Are you saying that's what I heard during that last battle against the Mandalorians? Because it all goes back to Malachor 5.
If they occur at the same time, or at the right time, these screams will build upon each other until it is the only sound you can hear. And the deaths of many will cause the screams to build until their pain becomes yours, and you die as well. And that is why during the Mandalorian Wars, you lost your connection to the Force. It was that final battle, the deaths of so many Jedi, that caused you to lose your connection. It caused the wound that you feel now. It caused pain in the Force, an emptiness, a wound that has yet to heal. But it does not end there. If it did, then perhaps the threat that we face would be more manageable. This pain I describe, the echo of these acts, is true of planets as well. Tremendous loss of life on a planetary scale can also cast echoes, create a scream, a wound in the Force that can travel across the galaxy. It can be felt by Force sensitives, and it can influence them whether they realize it or not. If enough of these echoes are allowed to build in the Force uncontrolled, the consequences could be disastrous. The connections of all life would be affected.
Right, and that seems to be, I think that's what is Krea's ultimate goal. She wants to destroy everything. So how so? Vrook said that such dead worlds leave wounds. Screams in the Force. Assuming I believe this what would happen, Vrook said that it was difficult to feel the Force users on Dantooine because of the destruction here. Let's just say how so.
As I have said, screams and their echoes can overlap, build in strength, and if timed correctly they will build on each other. The scream will grow, and anything that can hear this scream shall be deafened or killed.
Which is what she wants. It sounds like a waveform where, like in the ocean, if multiple boats are going by, sometimes you get big waves and sometimes you get big troughs. So I could see that. Are you insane? No, that's impossible. How could anyone create, let alone control, such a thing?
With difficulty, and controlling it, well, I do not believe such a thing is possible once it has begun. But in order for this to work, all of them must be timed correctly, must be carefully orchestrated and controlled, from the greatest to the smallest of echoes, even the ones that come from a lone exile echoing across the galaxy. And when that exile forms connections to others as you do, the danger becomes apparent. The echo continues to grow, to travel.
Kavar said I formed bonds easily, connections to all life.
Yes, he is correct. You form such bonds easily. The why of it is not important now. All that is important is that you understand that your actions affect others strongly. Anyone can do such things, since life is connected by the Force. Sometimes the connections are faint, but in your case, they are very strong. You instinctively know how to manipulate such connections, to influence others. You have seen it mirrored in those who travel with you. You give others strength to act, but it is also possible to draw upon the strength of others to increase your own. It is similar to drawing upon the Force as Jedi do. But when it is touched by the power of the dark side, it is something else, something deadly. These Sith we face, they have learned how to do this. It is a technique that has been lost for some time, not seen in the days since the ancient Sith. They can use it to consume other Force sensitives, and at the highest pinnacle of power, use it to consume anything that lives. The blind seer, her master has harnessed this technique, and he is rapidly approaching the height of its power. I fear he may even rival some of the ancient Sith. He is already more of a force than a living thing, a hole in the Force that threatens to draw everything into it. And the teaching must die with him, or else all life will be placed in jeopardy. The destruction of the Order, the Masters, it was not an end in itself. I did not expect them to still live. Their presence was knowledge I did not possess. But now this has been corrected. And now the sides of this conflict are as I had thought them to be. There are no more unknowns. But this moment is all that really matters. It was never my wish that you find the Masters, only find yourself, although I did not expect them to still live. I had hoped you would learn something from the Jedi Masters as they fell before you. Not just of battle, but of yourself and the Force.
I've learned strength and how to use it. Maybe. Thinking of what, Krea wants us to figure stuff out on our own, I think I am going to go with this one. Because this one is like, I didn't learn anything, just tell me. And she wants us to figure it out ourselves. So I like this one. I've learned strength and how to use it.
I must know if killing them, if revenge brought you any measure of satisfaction, if seeing them dead has settled the disquiet within you.
Why do you wish to know?
Because it matters to me, in a way that never mattered to the Jedi, to the Council when they cast you out. You must understand, I did not wish the Jedi dead. Defeated, perhaps. I merely wished them to see that they and their teachings were wrong, that one could not truly understand the Force simply by adhering to the Jedi Code. All I have ever trained have been failures to them. Students who went to fight the Mandalorians, who fell to the dark side, who abandoned their training. To see one that had the strength to best them, that is a moment I will not forget. Yet it has not been as satisfying as I had hoped. To best one in battle is one thing. To defeat them without striking a blow, that was my hope. Regardless, it had to be done. To have such powerful Jedi still live, still be felt in the Force, even on such worlds as they had chosen, was a threat that had to be ended.
Wow, so much. Like, it's really cool because Kreia represents a completely separate philosophy from the Sith and the Jedi, and she wants to be proved right. And her statement there is basically just saying that she wanted to win not by defeating them in battle, but by defeating them in a argument, in the argument of their philosophy. She wants her philosophy to win. And she sees the weakness in the Jedi Code, just like Zez Kyle did way back on Nar Shaddaa, and he was troubled. And that's why he ended up there, because he saw the failings of the Jedi Code, which, you know, Kavar didn't see it. Vrook, of course, didn't see anything as far as what was wrong with the Jedi Code. And, of course, there are issues with the Sith as well, because we've got this Darth Nihilus guy who isn't even a person anymore, and he... I don't know. He's got this Force eating thing is how I think of it. This Force eating thing where he just eats all life and all Force users. You know, he's the ultimate end of like the Sith path, where they don't even control themselves. You know, all he's got left is his hunger. And Kreia kind of wants both worlds. She wants the best of both worlds, and so we just have to kill all the people that are remaining. But like she said, she'd like to win it with an argument, with beat their philosophy, not just by killing them, but truly win and be victorious. You know, maybe even win some people to her side, which she said before she's always struggled with. Anyway, we got to finish this conversation. They were a threat that had to be ended. A threat how?
That is not important. First, let us return to my question. If, by killing these Jedi, if you achieved any measure of peace?
I think it is important. I do want to know the answer to that question. I like this. We do want Atris, but we're not really even about the vengeance anymore. This sort of was forced upon us. But I like this. Yes, but there are still other opponents. It is not enough to kill Jedi when the Sith remain.
It was as I thought. You have failed me.
No!
Completely and utterly. I have taught you to hear the Force again, shown you the contrast, and yet still you do not understand. This is what you have wrought. Countless murderers, slayers, assassins, born of war that has, as always, taught the wrong lesson. You showed them life without the Force, and instead of showing them truth, power, all you showed them was how the galaxy may die. You are responsible for all of this. Even now, events spiral towards destruction, and there is nothing that can be done because you refuse to listen, to understand. You have seen the effects you have on those close to you, heard the echoes scream across dead planets, and watched as your strength has grown. Yet it is for nothing. To have the Jedi Masters brought low by such a failure, there is no victory in that. You have not heard a thing I have taught, and for all I have said, you have never learned to listen.
What?
Do you feel that, exile? It cuts through your defenses, as unprepared for such an attack as you are. Let that pain be a lesson, and a reminder of what you have forgotten. You were my last hope. The only one who could change what is to come. And now you have left me nothing. I shall teach you no longer. Our bond remains, but that is all. This place will hide you from the Sith for a time. Enough to do what must be done. Stay here and die, apprentice, among the wreckage of all that remains of the Jedi. It is a fitting grave until the Sith come to end you, to end everything.
You...
Oh, yes. At last, you see. I am one of the Sith, it is true. I must answer for my actions, and it is my wish that only Atris hear my answers. You have taught them to bond with others, and then feed on others through that bond. What you have brought is the death of all who can feel the Force. It is your gift to the galaxy, exile. And unless you hear it, and silence the echo you have caused, then every living thing everywhere that is touched by the Force will die.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring him before you, but I will not let you have him. Soon your ship shall come from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets for you, General. But now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy. I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
You've gained a new light side force power, Force Enlightenment. Wow. I did not see the lightsaber to the stomach. I didn't see that coming. I've never done the dark side part of this. I've always tried to save the Jedi in the times that I've played. I wonder if we had to fail Kreia in that way, and I hope you guys will be able to answer me in that. Was there a right answer in there? Or did we, no matter what we chose, did we have to completely fail her? Because I was trying to do what Kreia wanted. That was my whole goal, was to try to be the best student of Kreia, and now I'm like a complete failure. I failed at everything, guys. I failed Kreia. I failed to turn Adnan or Beodur into a Jedi. Things are terrible. What a mess of a game. What's over here? Oh, this is just a big circle. Where are the Handmaiden and Kreia? Did she go down? Can we wander around a little bit? This. There we go. Not useful to us. What's on the other side? I love how this looks, by the way. I haven't really had a chance to talk about it. Very well done, the temple area. Oh, here we go. Oh no, it's all... Yep, more corpses. And a Opala crystal. So let's look at Force Enlightenment and see what that is. This power allows the Jedi to use the light side of the Force to enhance the Jedi's powers. The best of the Jedi's speed, armor, and valor powers are instantly activated at reduced cost. Oh, that's cool. I don't think we have any of those Force powers. This power is useful to quickly become ready for difficult battles. Oh, maybe we'll, as we level up, we only have a few level ups left. Maybe we'll go into speed since we don't have, I'm assuming Kreia has left us. Where's Kreia?
The Handmaiden took her. She thinks Kreia killed you.
Why does she think that?
Because that's the lie Kreia told her, that's why. The only thing that matters is the Handmaiden believes it. And she's gonna react exactly how that old witch hoped she would. That's why she wanted the Handmaiden on board, you know. So she could use her to reach the Telos Academy whenever she wished, without needing the access codes.
The Handmaiden would never allow... Well, no, she would, because I have so much influence in her. She's already become a Jedi, so they're going to Telos.
Yes, the Handmaiden knows who she is now. She'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do to anyone she thinks is a Sith.
Atris will execute her.
Yeah, she will, if she can.
We know Kreia is Sith. She's as much as explained it to us, so we're not going to say that one. The Sith are planning to attack Telos. Everything will be decided there. How do we know that? Well, let's just say it.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Yep, let's go.
What is wrong? Something troubles you. I can feel it.
I fear I have been influencing you all without realizing it. No, we've been wanting to influence everyone, so we don't fear that at all. That was kind of the point. I don't doubt it.
That is a strange answer. I do not understand.
Do you understand why you attack who I attack? Kill who I kill?
I would die for you. When I tell you my life for yours, it is my choice. And if there is an ending between us where my sacrifice can save you, it will be because it is my desire, not your will.
But what if the Force is just controlling all of this?
I simply do. And sometimes there is no reason that can be given. What did you learn within the Jedi Academy?
All the deaths I caused on Malachor might cause the death of the Force, and everyone around me.
Then that is the danger of their beliefs. They do not understand you, what it means to be human, to lead. The feelings I have for you are because of what I see, what I hear in your voice. All that tells me you are a natural leader. I follow because I believe in you. I would die for you because I believe in you. And where they look at you and see the death of the Force, I look at you and see hope for all life. I look at you and see that perhaps a life untouched by the Force is not the punishment it is believed to be. I will understand if you feel you must go on alone. But I ask that you do not. Instead, take strength from your connection to others. Do not forsake them as you did in exile.
I will, Vissus. Wait, you are troubled. Why?
He awaits you at Telos. If you go there, you must face him. And when you do, he will wound you, as he has wounded me.
I have to face him.
I ask you, I beg you, to stay here with me.
Wait, is this a romance thing? We haven't really pursued anything like that. Let's say this one. I will stay with you for as long as I can.
I want to look upon you, where no one else can see, where it is just us. I want to see your face, the color of your skin. I wish to see what the handmaiden sees when she looks at you, that causes her heart to race and her tone to change. What causes her to forsake her heritage, her oaths, as you made me forsake mine. I need to know if perhaps I am wrong, if the universe is not as my master once showed me.
Eyes make it out to be Vissus. You know.
From the moment I heard your voice across the galaxy, I have longed for you. It is the echo, a wound that travels still, that when heard, made me understand that there was another wounded as I was, one who had felt the same sense of loss. When I heard it, I loved you more than my own life, and I wanted you to be here with me for as long as you will let me love you. Stay. And I want you to see what I see when I gaze upon you. I want you to know why I cannot look at you, and why I am drawn to you.
So, I was not prepared for this conversation. I think we're going to say the top one. I cannot stay. No. That's going to close off everything. If I do, it'll weaken me. I'm going to wait. No. Let's look upon each other.
Who is there?
Who I am is not the question.
I am Atris, Jedi Master, the last historian of the Jedi, the last of the Jedi.
Those are titles, words you cling to as the darkness falls around you. It is not the first time we have met, Atris. I was here before.
With the exile?
Yes, I was here both times when the exile was brought before you.
Who are you?
I was the one who asked him to be exiled.
I did as you asked, so long ago. You seem familiar to me.
Atris, I have always been here.
You are that which has attacked the Jedi. You are Sith.
Sith is a title, yes, but like you, the title is not who I am. It is not what I believe. For you, it is different. Know that there was once a Darth Treya, and that she cast aside that role, was exiled, and found a new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Treya, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart, and will betray in turn. You have bathed in the knowledge of the Sith, but there is not enough truth in such teachings. But it will be a step for you. You have gathered Sith holocrons, Sith teachings from across the galaxy. It is why you have chosen servants who cannot feel the Force. And most importantly, they cannot feel what you have become.
I have sought to preserve the Jedi Order, and I have gathered all that I know of the Sith to this place, so I might find them and stop them.
I had wondered if any of these holocrons had survived Dantooine. You have taken relics from one destroyed planet to the devastation of another.
It was always intended for the Jedi to retreat to Telos should Dantooine be attacked, taking all their lore with them. We could not allow the tragedy at Ossus to happen again.
Such an act marked Telos for destruction. It is why the Sith came here, though the fleet commanders did not know why. It is why Revan ordered its destruction to mark the beginning of the Jedi's civil war. It was a message that there would be no place for the Jedi to retreat, to hide. I would not be surprised if Revan left other gifts beneath the surface of the planet. Much can be buried beneath graveyards that will never be found.
When the Sith attacked, I felt Telos die. Turbo lasers fell like lightning upon the landscape, as they did on Dantooine, and so many died. So many voices, screaming in pain.
Yes, such acts leave their mark on the galaxy. Their cries travel far, though few can hear them.
How did it happen?
Search your heart. It was never battle that called to you, never battle that caused you to fall. Alacor 5 has touched many things, and it casts its echoes still.
Why did he betray me?
You betrayed yourself. Do not blame the exile. And unlike you and I, there is still a chance that one may be saved, the one that you cast out.
Where is the exile? I had thought...
Oh, he will come, but it will be too late to save either of us. It is such a quiet thing to fall, but far more terrible is to admit it. Your mistress awaits. She has much to share with you.
The last of the handmaidens is before us.
It is good that you have returned. You have much to answer for.
What are you saying? You have betrayed us. You have betrayed Atris.
You are no longer one of us. You followed the Jedi, betrayed your oath.
Listen to me. Atris has been touched by the Sith. It is not too late for...
Silence.
It is a crime to kill blood, but not to kill a betrayer as you.
It's interesting that, she's had her own little run-in with the dark side. But we can play this light. And I think we might do that. I will not fight you.
Then you shall fall.
We shall see what the exile has taught. If she kills her sisters, then the dark side will have its claim on her. Yet if she does not, then she will die. Such is sacrifice.
The true test of battle is how much force to bring against opponents. If you wish to kill them, do not hold back. But if you wish to stun them, incapacitate them, then you must choose your attacks carefully, using just the right amount of force, just the right weapon to stop them.
To stop your sisters, you must either kill all of them or end the combat with them stunned or paralyzed. If you can reduce them to enough hit points without killing them, they shall be automatically stunned. So we can fight and not kill them? This is so weird. I do not remember this. So, if you can reduce them to enough hit points without killing them, they shall be automatically stunned. So we don't want to overpower them too much. Oh, that's so crazy. Should we go for it? We can go for it. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. But we are going to have to wait until the next video to find out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our time together. Take care.